Hello fellow YouTubers and welcome to another episode of Gaijin Gaming. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the games that I had picked up in the past couple weeks that had just come out. So first one I'd like to talk about here is Metal Max 3 for the DS. The first two games came out respectively on the Famicom and the Super Famicom, and the first one actually was remade for the Super Famicom. And this game in this series is, if for those of you who might have heard of it, there was a PS2 game called Metal Saga. Though it's not the same game, it has some of the similar vibe. It's a little bit different, but it's got the same kind of style to it, and just the game process. And if for those of you who don't know, it takes place in a post-apocalyptic setting, and you're kind of like a bounty hunter, or at least you can. In some of the other games, you're kind of more of a bounty hunter, and you go after different bounties, and that's really about it. You get cool tanks and different kind of vehicles you can customize, and you be awesome. That's really about it. I mean, it does have a story to it, but this one especially. It's very open, so you can actually kind of craft the story how you want. So it kind of goes with a Western RPG a bit more than it would a JRPG. And from what I've gathered, Kotaku people have been raving about this game. So maybe if you're interested, check out some of the things that they said on Kotaku. Now, with this game, it came when I pre-ordered it, and I bought it. It came with this short little manga-styled story. Just a kind of, it's not necessarily that deals with the game. It's kind of, it gives a bit more of a detail to it. So it's not like you have to read this to have some sort of idea of what's going on in Metal Max 3. So also at the end of it, it has concept art for Metal Max 3 and some of the earlier games, such as Metal Max 2 and the original Metal Max. Alright, next up is Ys vs. Sora no Kiseki Alternative Saga for the PSP. This is an arena battle game. There's Spotted Trigger actually talks about this a little bit, so I will put up the link to his video up here. So check it out. It's really good. I'm actually going to talk about kind of a couple of I didn't get all of the cool things that he got, unfortunately, because my area is a bit small, so I can't pre-order some of the cool stuff and get it. Meh. But one thing I did get for just simply pre-ordering it is this little card here, and they're actually starting up in September on the 11th. From there on, they're actually starting up a kind of card game series with Ys and Sora no Kiseki characters. So that's pretty cool. And then I also got the 2-disc soundtrack, which is pretty awesome. I'm a big fan of Falcom, and so this, like, the game itself, it just it makes me really happy. And having the soundtrack is really, really cool too. It fills my loving Falcom heart, or my Falcom loving heart, with so much joy. So the game itself starts off really, really slow, and it kind of plays it plays similar to E7 actually, which there's a little bit of a different there's a bit of a little there's a little bit of a difference in the controls. They're similar, but there's a slight difference. So if you play one and then the other, it can mess with you for a little bit. So hopefully, Splatter Trigger, if you do get to watch this sometime, hopefully will not mess you up when you're playing E7. Because when I played E7 and then got to start playing East versus Soto no Kiseki, it totally for like the first half of the story mode, I was getting rocked, embarrassingly bad. I was getting rocked pretty hard. And I also picked these up from the store, and they're fans because I'm such a big fan. Ha ha ha. Yeah, terrible puns, I know. And it also has. So here's Soto no Kiseki. It's advertising. Well, East versus Soto no Kiseki. That's advertising, and then dun dun dun. Two main characters from the new AU Densetsu game Zero no Kiseki, which kind of takes place in the same universe. I believe 3 years after Soto no Kiseki the Third. So I'm really excited about it. Falcom on YouTube has actually put up a demo video of it. So check it out. I have it favorited, so look through my favorites and find it, and just look through my favorites to begin with, because there's some cool videos there. Otherwise, I wouldn't be favoriting them. And the last game I'm going to be talking about is Tales of Phantasia Narikite Dungeon Cross, or Tales of Phantasia Cross. There's actually 2 games on this, and this is for the PSP. And I actually just picked this up Thursday, and to be honest, I really haven't had a chance to play it. However, from what I've seen from some of the videos, it is you do the fighting on a 2D plane. However, the environments are 3D, or at least artistically they look 3D. I know some places have kind of typed up that before the game was released, at least they're saying, oh, this game is, you can play it like Vesperia, where it's in it, you fight on a 2D, however you can maneuver into 3D. However, I do not know if that's the case. To be honest, I haven't seen any of that yet. But when I do plan to get around to playing it, I will definitely let you know on that. And the reason why I bring this up is because when I pre-ordered it, I also got 2 really, really cool things. Well, one's kind of cool, and the other one's pretty cool, I think. The first one is, it's a folder. Yeah, surprise. Woo, it's so special. Actually, I like it. I kind of like these kind of folder things, and maybe if you can tell down here, I got mine from, there we go, GEO. And that's where I do a little bit of my pre-ordering stuff, because that's the best place I can do it where I live. So, and yeah, as you can see, it has some of the main characters from both Tales of Phantasia and Tales of Phantasia Narikite Dungeon. The other thing that I picked up, which is really, really cool, I think, is this. Yeah, it's in the shape of an album from back in the day. However, it is actually a dramatic DVD. I have not watched it yet. I've actually opened it before, but I wanted to show you guys. Okay, and so you open it up, and there's the DVD for it, and it gives the contents of what's in it. And it comes with this, which is pretty cool. And this here is it has a little detail about the characters, and it goes through and has the exactly what they're saying. So you can, if you don't understand Japanese, or at least audibly, you can look at it and then be going, oh, I can read this kind of thing. And I don't know, it's kind of cool. But the coolest thing I think about this is that on the back it has copied the this people's the voice actors' signatures for the different characters from the games. So you have Yuri from Vesperia, as well as Rita, Rita and Yuri, and then Asperu, and let's see who else is on here. And then Pascalu and Meru and Dio. And so, yeah, really cool. Actually, I haven't watched this yet either. Maybe I'll record it and put it up on YouTube or something. I don't know. I kind of, even though I put up game footage, I try to avoid putting up like the actual full content of DVDs and stuff, simply because it's just kind of how I am. So sorry about that. Yeah. That's really about it. Um, Quick description about how to pre-order things in Japan. You can go to a store. For example, you can go to GEO, like I do. Go to GEO, and there is a kind of like bulletin board. And you go to the bulletin board and you look for the game that they have available. And you look for it, or you can even fill out your own and just put the game's title in and whatnot. And you fill that out, give your name, phone number, tell them if you need to be called or what day you're going to be picking it up and that whatnot, and then pretty much turn it in. I haven't had to pay for any of my pre-orders. You look for it, or you can even fill out your own and just put the game orders. Some might, I'm not sure, but yeah, that's really about it. And I hopefully will have a video up soon. I hope you enjoyed this, and have a good day.